Yo, what up gamers? It's Facey here, back with another video for Rise of Abyssals. Today I'm gonna explain a bit about Abyssal items and how I use them for crafting. I'm gonna dive in and use a really simple example. I have some weapons here that I prepared for this video. They're basic two-hand maces, so what we're looking for is just try and get the physical damage as high as we can get it. Right now, if you can look at the modifiers, both of them have a empty prefix slot. So for this anvil mace over here, I'm looking for a hybrid physical and accuracy roll. Alright, and for the other mace over here, I'm looking for either a flat physical or hybrid physical and accuracy roll. Alright, so let's get started. I'm gonna talk about this item here. You will see abysses in your maps. I'm gonna put up a video real quick. Basically, it's a new map mechanic where there's a bunch of monsters that are like green and shit, and just kill them next to like the pit that they come out from. And you know, sometimes you get a chest, sometimes you don't, and the chest can drop items like this jawbone here, vertebrae and whatnot. So these items allow you to desecrate a item, and what it does is that it lets you have a modifier you can review, and revealing a modifier like that gives you multiple choices to choose from. You can think of it basically as an exiled orb that you get to choose the result. So that makes it really powerful for what we're trying to do today, because right now if I try and use an exile and slam it, I have maybe like, you know, 1 in 10 chance to get what I actually want, and even then it's, you know, not guaranteed to be a good roll on the affix that I'm looking for. So how it's gonna work is that once you use this jawbone on an item, it's gonna add a modifier to the item. So right now, the items that I've prepared are already in perfect condition because the suffixes are full. I cannot get a suffix, and there's only one empty prefix available. So how I got these items was that I actually went on to trade site, and I looked for two-handed maces with at least 500 DPS, and down here I looked for a stat known as empty prefix modifiers, and I specified that I'm looking for at least one empty prefix. And you can see sometimes people put up maces like these. I'm just gonna go in and snipe it. It's really good. I don't think players are exactly looking out for items like these, but what we can do here is that we can hit all of these items with a jawbone, hope we get a hybrid accuracy physical modifier, and then, you know, win the money. Especially those that don't already have a rune socketer in them. And these items, they have a great potential for generating you currency, and if you're not looking for currency, it could be a great item for you to use yourself as well. Now let's get into the basics for abyssal crafting. I'm gonna go ahead and hit all of these with the Desecrations, and you're gonna see it's gonna pop up with these like weird squares, sigils, whatever. They don't mean anything until you reveal them, so I'm just gonna hit all of them with the Desecration. You can see all of them get a new prefix, and they don't mean shit until I go to the Well of Souls. And this is where we're gonna make the modifiers the one of our choice. You're gonna walk up here, click into this, put the item in there, and then click on reveal. And as you can see here, this one was a bit of a shame, it was a miss. I didn't get anything that I wanted. In this case, I was just looking for accuracy slash like physical damage. I didn't get it. So you know what, I'm just gonna take fire damage. Hopefully sell this for a bit, recoup some of the currency that I put in, but frankly this was maybe like 2 chaos, so it doesn't matter to me. Next one, this one has got the most potential because this is a really good mace. It's the best base, it has a really high physical damage roll already, and it has attack speed as well. And right now I have 2 chances of getting something desirable. I could get flat physical here, which is really good, or I could also get a hybrid accuracy physical roll. So let's hope I get at least one of them. And in this case I got neither, so this is pretty crap. And that's a shame. I was really hoping that one could have given me something good, but let's try the third one. Hopefully this is the one that gives us something. And in this case, this already has flat physical, as you can see, so we only have one option here, and it's to get a hybrid physical accuracy. So let's cross our fingers. And we didn't get any of them again. But as you can see, something strange popped out down here. Empowered attacks deal increased damage, and it's not a small number, it's a huge number. And this is what you call a Desecration specific modifier. You cannot get this mod on your prefixes unless you desecrate it. So in a sense, I would say this is a pretty good in-between. When you play warrior, pretty much all your attacks, as you can see, are going to be empowered one way or another, either through your war cries or through, you know, Fist of War, or like, you know, your passive tree. So this is pretty much 100% increased damage. Technically it's not double damage, so don't get too excited, but there is still a huge damage increase. You know, it might actually be better than my mace right now. Maybe not, but I think I could sell this for a fair price. You know, I don't know how many people are looking for this modifier, so it's a bit of a shame, but I'll take it. Now this is a good opportunity for me to explain a bit about exclusive mods as well. Now if you look at my screen over here, I loaded up this very good database. It's called PoE2DB. This is basically, you could say it's kind of like data mining the game for like information, but this repository has basically everything you want. It can show you modifiers for like helmets. It can show you modifiers for maces as well. So let's just go through this for simplicity's sake. As you can see right now, we have the regular prefixes, suffixes over here. And this is the exciting bit, which is the desecrated modifiers. So anything belonging in this category cannot be obtained unless you use desecration. So that makes the league mechanic not just powerful for getting what you want, but also really powerful for getting things that you otherwise are not able to. For example, this line here says melee attack skills have +1 to maximum number of summon totems. This is an insane modifier for builds that actually use totems. And another one you can see in the suffixes category. There's about a 20% chance for slam skills to cause aftershocks, and this is insane because aftershocks are basically double damage when they occur. So if you think about it in a way, it's practically, you know, 20% more damage once you have this modifier on. And you know, it's kind of like not a reliable source of doubling your damage because it doesn't happen all the time, but in a long fight or like throughout the duration of a map, it practically evens out to being double damage, and that's insane. Another thing that's really good is fissure skills have a chance to create an additional fissure. I think this is much weaker than the aftershocks, so I would say this is much less desirable. But as you can see, I already have the aftershocks modifier on my mace, and this is a really good mace for me as well. It's about 400 damage plus another 185 damage as well, which is great for me because I'm playing a fire-based warrior, playing Smith of Katawa right now, and it's pretty good so far. So another thing about this website that's great is that it actually shows you things that you otherwise wouldn't have access to. For example, if I'm gonna hover over the red color number over here, you're gonna see it pops up a tooltip that gives me a percentage. And basically what it means is that this is the percentage of rolling this modifier on a two-handed mace. And if you click in, it's gonna open up to an even bigger screen, and you can see these are the odds of getting like a tier 1 physical damage roll. 0.2%, that's tragic. And you can see hybrid physical and accuracy, about 11% to get any one of these, and I just got unlucky, I guess, because I didn't get any of them. Same for this as well, it's 14%, and I didn't get a single one. but no worries. We still have a lot to talk about for Abyss modifiers. Another thing is that you're gonna see a really strange thing over here. You can see every modifier has a tag that kind of describes what it does. So you can see this one says elemental attack. Makes sense because, you know, there's an attack weapon. Half of them are gonna be attack modifiers. And if you look over at the desecrated modifiers, you're gonna see it says names like Kurgal, Ulaman, Amanamu, and you're thinking to yourself like, wait a minute, these names are familiar because they are. You've seen them because these Abyss monsters drop these omens really frequently. And let me just pick all of them out, but these omens, they basically provide you a guaranteed modifier belonging to this modifier family. So if you go back to what I said a while ago about the aftershocks, you will understand that, oh, if I have an open suffix on my mace, I want a Amanamu's modifier because, you know, I want this line over here, mace slam skills give me aftershocks. So what I would do in a case like that is I would, you know, take this omen over here, right click it, and then I will use the jawbone afterward to try and get the aftershocks modifier. Yeah, and remember, you have to use this omen and then use the jawbone. It's not use the jawbone first and then activate the omen and go into the Well of Souls. Don't do that because it doesn't work that way. Anyway, this is insane because, you know, I don't think a lot of people on the game right now really understand like what these tags mean. They look at this item and they're like, this is worthless, it doesn't do anything. And I mean, in a sense they're right because they drop so frequently, but if you check the market right now, these are worthless, you know, 1 exile each or something. No one's buying any of these, so if you knew better, you could actually make use of this knowledge that I'm giving you right now, and, you know, get a bunch of maces and, you know, get this mod over here that people actually want. Well, there's a downside to this as well, is that the information I'm giving you right now is so obscure that people on the trade side or like, you know, the in-game trade might not even be looking for this modifier because they don't know it exists. Yeah, but you know, if you're making weapon for yourself, go crazy, I guess. It's not just for maces as well, because I know a very good use for this. A lot of people are playing a totem tactician, basically a mortar tactician. And just like I showed you the +1 totem skills for the maces, crossbows have a similar modifier as well. Look at this. A prefix that gives you a +1 to maximum ballistas. This is an insane damage increase, you know, makes your build much more comfortable play. I'm pretty sure, I haven't played totems in Path of Exile 2. In fact, I haven't played totems in Path of Exile 1, but I'm pretty sure +1 to maximum is a pretty hard stat to get. So I haven't had much time to play this league, but this was a pretty short video. I hope I managed to teach you something about modifiers. I hope you gained some knowledge as well about crafting. You know, make use of everything you have to make currency, to get weapons for cheap. Make use of tactics like finding empty prefixes on a weapon as well to get really cheap deals, you know, basically unfinished items that, you know, you can finish yourself. And as I say that, I'm just gonna snipe another one and give it a try. As you can see, this item is 1 open prefix and 1 open suffix as well. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this Omen of the Liege just in case it lands on a suffix, so it can get the aftershocks modifier in case I do not get a prefix. Okay, I do not want to use an exile alt right now because I could get a really shit prefix, and then if I do that, my prefixes become full, and this item, which could be really good, is just complete shit at that point. So let's pray we get a prefix, but if not, suffix will make me happy as well. Okay, we got a prefix. Alright, just give me that hybrid physical and accuracy mod and I'll be really happy. Come on. Let's see it. Let's see it, come on. Oh my goodness, this is so sad, but it's not horrible. Increased damage against enemies with fully broken armor. You know, a Warbringer could use this pretty well. I'm pretty sure they break armor in a single hit. So, not the worst, not the best. Gonna try and sell it, don't know if it'll sell. But, yeah. I hope you guys have learned something from my video, even though every attempt to get a decent weapon craft today has failed. You know, I'll post on my YouTube community section if I get something good from doing this. See you guys, and if this video helped you out, please subscribe to me. I need more subscribers before I can monetize my channel. So yeah. See you guys. More content coming soon. Sorry I've been away for so long. And peace.